So welcome back to another Black Ops 3 Zombies video. The Eisendrache trailer has just released and I must say it looks amazing. They've thrown everything into this Zombies map from previous maps. Origins, Mob of the Dead, Ascension. This map both feels and looks like a bit of everything we've had previously in Zombies, and honestly it looks amazing. I can't say how good this looks and how many awesome things this map actually includes. Today we're going to be picking out the most interesting and important things, breaking them down. Obviously as days do go by we will find out new information which will be first on my channel, so if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, drop a like rating if you are excited, and let's get into it. So just like I have explained in my previous couple of videos leading up to this trailer, Dempsey seems to be the main character within Der Eisendrache. He is the main character on the poster. He is also the main character speaking in Der Eisendrache. I've done a full video already on how Dempsey could be important to the storyline. If you are interested, that video will of course be down in the description for you to check out, which could very well involve the characters killing themselves. The first thing we're going to look at is the Panzer Soldat returning to Der Eisendrache. We first saw this zombie boss in Origins. Basically, it's a zombie in a mechanical suit. These mechanical suits were built by Group 935 to help win the war for the Germans. You can see inside of it is an infected soldier, which is the zombie. This zombie will come flying into the map, drop in, and start to attack you. In Origins, it had, I believe, a grappling hook and a flamethrower, and here it will have a machine gun or a minigun, and also something else. I'm not 100% sure. There was some leaked information on this a while ago, so there we go. The Panzer Soldat will be going back as a boss. Since this is a Group 935 research facility, you can also see we have a teleporter very similar to the one we can see in Reese or the Giant, but the question is, where is this teleporter going to take us? We don't think from the bottom of the castle or the town in Warfen to the top of the castle, because we can see we have a gondola for that. We also have this crazy jumping feature that I'll show you later on in the video. There was a rumor or a leak I covered not too long ago, or some information from a Treyarch employee, that a teleporter in the middle of the map is going to teleport you over to the moon. Now bearing in mind it's not confirmed or anything like that, but just imagine if that was true. I can't imagine where else this teleporter will take you, so that could be a possible location since we have so many hints to moon. We know around Der Eisendrache we have loads of rockets located down in the town of Warfen. This one in specifically shows up as soon as Dempsey mentions the war machine. We've heard the war machine before in Letters from the Field back in Origins. We know the war machines as to be the Giants, the Origins robots, but this time they're referring the war machine, the German war machine, to this rocket. And in fact we actually see the rocket take off later on in the video, which means that it will be taken off when we are playing Der Eisendrache. I bet this is going to be a big part to do with our zombies Easter egg. I made a video previously telling you that possibly this rocket will be taken off when we are playing Der Eisendrache, which, well, that is the case. But I also said that it will be crashing down into the map. Something is going to happen to this rocket which will cause it to crash down into Der Eisendrache whilst we are playing. Again, videos I have done on things like this previously, you can check them out in the description below. A lot of them seem to be coming true, which is awesome. We can also see we have a bow coming to Der Eisendrache. I imagine this possibly could be the wonder weapon. At the end of the trailer, we see the gravity spikes. We know the gravity spikes are a specialist weapon from multiplayer, similar to the Annihilator that we get in the Giant, which is another specialist weapon, but we can see this bow, and on the bow you can see there is Apothecan language, and when you translate that, because Treyarch have already given us the translations now, it actually translates to feed. And later on in the video, what do we see? We see this on the wall. A headed dragon, or just a dragon head on the wall. This is the relation, or one of the relations to Mob of the Dead. If we go back to Mob of the Dead, we can see we have Cerberus on the wall, our three-headed dog, and our job was to actually feed this dog with zombies. This bow, the Apothecan language on it, translates to feed, so I'm guessing what we maybe have to do is feed the dragon using this bow to actually kill the zombies for it, or at least this bow is related to our dragon later on. You can actually see what seem to be the feet and the legs of the Origins robot. If we go over to the first Der Eisendrache trailer that we got, we can see from, well, it is very hard to see, but the robots from Origins and also the robot that we can see in the Giant, which is half built, is actually also in Der Eisendrache, lying on the floor in the town of Warfen. Like I said, this is very hard to see. In this shot, you can see we have the top half of it, but then if we go to here, you take a look down around here where the circle is, you can see you have the legs of this Origins robot, which is lying down on the town of Warfen. It doesn't seem to be moving, so possibly it's broken, or it's just not on, but again, I guess it's going to be a big Easter egg in Der Eisendrache. This here kind of reminds me of the fountains from Shangri-La. It seems to be possibly a broken teleporter or something. I really really have no idea. It seems to be a launch pad that you stand on, and it will jump us down from the town of Warfen, where the rockets are located, up to the top of the castle. So in order for us to actually get from, to the top of the castle, back down to the town of Warfen, to get inside of these rockets possibly, or get down to them, to activate them, to turn them on, to actually launch this rocket, you have to use this leap jump pad thing. I really have no idea what it's called. Everything within this map is absolutely crazy. They are giving us so many things from previous zombies maps, all bunched into one. We can see from the trailer we have the death machine returning, possibly could be a drop from the zombies. We also have the gravity spikes coming. These will probably be a specialist weapon, just like the Annihilator and the Giant. And look how crazy it looks. You're on top of the castle, shove these down, and it's going to just push the zombies out. It looks a lot more powerful than the Annihilator, which honestly wasn't the best specialist weapon, but these in zombies should be amazing. It looks like the dragon on the wall is first set in stone, and our job will be to awaken it. You can see next to that on the right there is some writing in red. It says AR.41, I believe that is, or something very, very similar. And again, we have this generator in the middle, which has loads of DNA around it, obviously to do with element 115. Previously, there was a lot of speculation around this being Frankenstein or us bringing someone to life, possibly parts to Maxis that we are trying to keep alive, but you can still see there is a head in the middle of this generator. We have electricity, we have our chemicals, which will be element 115, and the same style that Frankenstein was created. We also know that the movie Frankenstein's Aunt, or the TV show, was filmed at Der Eisendrache, or Hoffenwarfen Castle, where it is based off. There is a lot of evidence of Frankenstein still coming to zombies, his creature, and although we haven't seen it yet, I still think this is very possible. We have to remember, this is a trailer. Treyarch are definitely not going to show us everything, so there is still a lot more that we haven't seen. Treyarch have said we will be getting new gobblegums. You would expect us, because, well, this is a new zombies map, we will have a new perk machine as well. We know that the Wonderful Ways is returning from Origins, which will give you, if you don't know, it's a random perk machine, so you go to it and it will give you a random perk. You can expect us to have a new perk. If you come over to here, when he actually gets a perk from the Wonderful's machine, you can see he drinks this bottle. To me, this doesn't look familiar. I can't recognize what this perk is, but after this character drinks it, you can see the next scene, the zombies start all flying backwards. There's an electric blue shock in front of our character, and the zombies start flying away. I guess this is going to be the side effect, or the effect of the perk that we have just drunk, which is going to be new. Let me know what you think it's called, or what you think it will do in the comment section below. Remember, in the first Eisendrache trailer, or the teaser we got for the Awakening DLC, we did see a ritual on the floor, which will relate to the Apothecans. Also on the boat, we have the Apothecan language. Richthofen has the summoning key, and we know the Apothecans still want the summoning key, so we can bet they will be back in Der Eisendrache. Yet, still in the trailer, we haven't seen any sign of them, which does show that Treyarch still are hiding things. They haven't shown us everything. We've seen rituals or symbols on the floor already in the first trailer. We can't see them in this one, but we can bet that the Apothecans, in some way or some form, will be back in Der Eisendrache to get this summoning key from Richthofen. Moving on, we can see we have what looks to be two new traps in the trailer. The first one is these gates. These gates come slamming down onto the zombies every now and again, which would act like a trap. You can also see in the first trailer there seems to be some kind of activation button on the outside, which again could show that this is a trap. And the second one, although this may not be a trap, it definitely will kill the zombies, as you can see from the trailer, is the lightning coming down from these generators. We can bet these little balls here on the outside will be used to fill that room that we saw earlier full of element 115, but we can see apart from whatever else these are supposed to do, they will also kill the zombies. And we can bet that this Iron Dragon possibly is something to do with the Apothecans. So there we go, guys. There will be a lot more. I will be bringing more videos out tomorrow for you guys when we do find more things. If there's some things that you think that I have missed that are very important, make sure you let me know about them down in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. Drop a like rating if you have enjoyed. Help me out in the comments. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I am so pumped for this. I am so ready to make some amazing videos for you guys. Thank you for watching. I've been BlackOpsAmazing, and I will see you in tomorrow's. Peace out.